Welcome to the best things.
These aren't the best things. These are the worst things.
Let's get scratching.
Oh, that's right. Different intro today because, ladies and gentlemen, we are not covering the best things. We're talking about some of the worst things. Hello, Internet. My name is Craig. Sitting alongside me, the bad boy himself, Aaron Brooks. How we doing?
Good or bad?
Bad. Well, you know, it is a gloriously rainy day outside in Central Arkansas on this fine Thursday when we're recording, and today we're gonna do a little ranting. You know, we went a little off format a couple of weeks ago when we did the Calipari episode.
Yes.
And we were right. A lot happened since the time we hit record and when it came out. But I don't think much is going to change in this regard. Do you?
Not for the better.
You know,
I mean, it could get worse.
Today we are talking about essentially, it's not the worst fast food, but inflation's gotten out of control, y'all. We all know this. And again, we've said before, people always ask us, how do y'all come up with your episodes? We've mentioned that it comes from our normal conversations that we have. And that's where this came from. We both sent each other text messages about how the price of fast food has gotten ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we thought, let's make an episode out of it.
It has gotten to the point where many sit-down places are as affordable, sometimes maybe more affordable, than certain fast food options.
And so I should say we have not done this because we've mentioned on previous episodes, like we were going to take the worst. We haven't done a worst segment on our episode in a while because we were going to do something different with it. And this is kind of what we were thinking.
Yeah.
Like a whole episode dedicated.
Saving it up.
Yeah. And so we don't really know where this is going to lead us quite yet. I don't know if we'll do a bracket. We might. If we do, I doubt it goes up against our two-time champ Longhorn Steakhouse. Or we could do, is this worse than that is better? So I don't know where the road takes us today, but I do think we can start out.
Do we have a bell?
We do. Hold on. We do. Well, I mean, do we need the bell?
I don't know. What buttons do we have a boo button?
We do. It's right here.
Yeah. We might need that some today.
We might need that one in the expletive button.
There you go.
All right. So I guess to dive right into it, I think we still can do this segment.
Before we can figure out the best thing, we have to talk about all the things. It's time for the thing about the things.
Let's be honest. The thing about this thing is that inflation,
sucks.
Greedflation, is really where we're at right now, and it sucks. Start us off here. Get us going. What gets your goat?
Where did that saying come from? Get your goat.
Get your goat. I don't know.
Like goat thieving going on at some point?
I'm assuming that's probably the case, yeah.
Somebody got my goat. We may be eating goat.
I've had lamb. I don't know if I've had goat specifically.
I've got the hookup on goats and sheep.
Really?
If we need to.
If we need it, we're ready.
I'm told goat's good.
Really?
I've not eaten. No. In Mexico, I think I did take a bite of a goat taco.
I mean, if you're going to have goat, might as well make it a taco.
The article that spurred this was talking about the fast food places that have increased the most and how prices have changed over the last decade from 2014 to 2024.
Right.
And I think what even spurred it before that was one of us sent the other one a picture of a Taco Bell drive-through menu board. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
I don't know if,
From like 1999, I think.
no, it was newer than that.
Oh, really?
Based on my research of the items that were there, I was predicting that it was like 2013 to 2016 that menu board existed.
And that's where most of the articles we've pulled up has pulled from just the last 10 years.
Yes.
It's pulling data from the last 10 years.
So their key findings from financebuzz.com is that average menu prices have risen between 39 and 100%.
Incredible.
That is outpacing inflation, obviously.
Yeah, inflation's starting to teeter off. We're not to deflation yet, but the amount we're inflating by is coming back to earth.
McDonald's menu prices have doubled since 2014 across many popular items, which is the highest of any chain that they analyzed. Popeyes was second at an 86% increase, and Taco Bell was third with an 81% increase.
Taco Bell is the one I feel the most.
I do feel like they're the biggest offender. I don't know if it's because I don't go to Popeyes and McDonald's as often.
Yeah, I don't hardly ever go to McDonald's. Not even so much Popeyes anymore. But Taco Bell I'll frequent probably once every couple of weeks, maybe even once a week.
And I want to talk about McDonald's and Taco Bell in more detail, but here's the next stat that I saw that really just grabbed my attention based on what you said before we hit the record button here. Menu prices at Subway have risen by just 39% since 2014, the lowest among chains we studied.
Well, that's
now,
just not true.
Tell me what you have to say about Subway
Now,
first.
I don't know when. I mean, we all remember the most famous jingle in fast foodum in the last 20 years, $5 footlong. Any, you had the whole motion. And I remember $5 footlong does not feel like it was that long ago. Now, maybe it falls outside of this 10-year range. That's very possible, and maybe that's the reason for this. But I remember $5 footlongs like everybody watching this and everybody listening to this.
2012.
Okay, so this falls just outside of their range.
They brought it back in 2017 and 2020.
Okay. Well, then it falls back into this range at some point.
Into it.
But we used to frequent Subway when we worked at the magazine together.
Yes, we did.
We did. In fact, was that was coming back from Subway, wasn't it?
We were coming back from Subway. It ruined my clothes.
It ruined my Jeep. Who cares about your clothes? It ruined my Jeep. Oh. We were coming back from lunch and got T-boned in my Jeep. And the thing I remember, because you were sitting right next to me, weren't you? Garrett was in the back. And driving and just the sodas, because we all
everywhere.
Have to go sodas, just everywhere.
I also, it was at the same time, we did like a 30-day, you dropped out after.
I dropped out.
I don't know,
hard.
maybe 2 weeks of it.
I don't even think I lasted that long. I can't eat the same thing that long.
But Garrett and I, nearly a month. I don't know if we made it the entire month, but
it was the wreck that did it.
Yeah,
that ended it cold.
And I ordered the same exact thing every time, every single day.
What was it?
It was a tuna sandwich on the cheddar bread with cheddar cheese, extra pickles, ranch dressing, and then I would get a bag of Cheetos and stuffed Cheetos inside of the sandwich.
See, my go-to... Sorry. My brain just caught up that you were stuffing Cheetos in a tuna sandwich.
You don't like chips on a sandwich?
But Cheetos on a tuna? Y'all gonna have to we need to revisit the Food Sins episode again, because
potato chips on a tuna sandwich are good.
That makes more sense than Cheetos. For some reason, that just doesn't sit right. Cheetos on a tuna from Subway. I mean, let alone you're eating. Okay, I hate to admit it, but my go-to way back in the day used to be the seafood.
Yeah.
The seafood thing at Subway. I am surprised I'm still alive because we were eating seafood. I mean, it's not real seafood, so that's probably why I was saying.
My favorite sandwich from Subway was, I don't know the last time I went to Subway.
Yeah.
It is the BMT, the Italian BMT.
That was my go-to also.
I don't know why I didn't eat that for nearly a month. I didn't. I chose tuna.
Was Garrett trying to drop the pounds? Is that why he wanted to do? He wanted to do the Jared diet
I think that's what we were doing.
because that was Jared's whole thing.
Yeah, that was before he had his. Did he go to prison? He's in prison.
I believe so.
Yeah. He was molesting kids.
Yeah, he was. Him and Bill Cosby just hanging. Well, Cosby never did anything with kids. He was just roofing women.
Women. Yeah.
All of our heroes are gone.
Pudding Pops and Subway. That's what happened to Pudding Pops.
Anybody eating Subway for lunch right now with the little dessert pudding just sitting next to him is just awkwardly sitting there like, maybe I
This is
should.
a bad choice.
I should not. Okay, but Subway to me is one of the bigger offenders because I remember $5 footlongs, and like you said, the Italian BMT was my go-to. So I looked up right before we hit record, and I was like, okay, what is the current price of an Italian BMT footlong right now? With no changes, just how it comes at our local Subway. Now, prices do vary now.
Sure.
So it's probably more expensive in New York or California. But right now, that same used to be $5 footlong at Subway is sitting at $10.59. It is no longer a $5 footlong. And apparently was never
doubled.
It was never a 5 footlong to begin with.
Well, they got sued for
They
that.
got sued for it.
Somebody got the measuring tape out. Now, here's what's interesting. The reason that they introduced the $5 footlong to begin with was because in 2008, we were in a bit of a recession.
That's true.
You had the housing bubble popped. I mean, everybody was struggling. They introduced the $5 footlong at that time to capitalize this. I think they were doing a deal where you could get a $5 footlong maybe on weekends. And they said, you know what? Let's make it permanent every day.
It started with just a single franchise, I believe in Florida, maybe somewhere out west, that started
Miami.
just as a local promotion.
Yep.
And it took a couple of years and it became very popular very quickly.
So that was when things in the economy had taken a downturn.
Yeah.
Subway was there
They were there.
to lift us up, to put us on track. We're in the same situation again.
I know.
But now they're sticking it to us.
They are. And that's the problem with a lot of these fast food places that I have noticed is that most of them now they're having record-breaking profits. Like these corporations, especially in the food industry, not just in fast food, but in the grocery stores and like things like PepsiCo or Frito-Lay and Nabisco, all these major conglomerates are just raking in the dough right now. And we are the ones suffering for it. I can't tell you the last time I went to a fast food place and paid under $12, even for just myself.
It makes me mad
Yes.
to go eat somewhere now.
Just
Yeah.
that's what it makes you want to do.
Get this. When Subway brought back, I guess in 2020, the $5 footlong for 2 months, they had 400 of their franchisees sign a petition protesting the return of the deal.
Really? What that tells me is that Subway was probably something in their supply chain, and Subway wasn't cutting them a break or something. Because I just listened to a podcast on Subway, Business Wars, shout out, great podcast if you haven't listened to it yet. And they were going Subway versus Quiznos, which we were talking right before we hit record. I don't know what Quiznos is up to right now. I don't see them anywhere. But Quiznos, their big downturn is that they were forcing their franchisees to use their own supplier, food supplier. And they were charging them more than they could go to get it at Costco or Target.
Right. Okay.
And so that's probably a similar thing to what Subway is doing as well.
Okay. So this article, I guess, is from 2018. So this must have been 2018 when they brought the deal back for a while. According to this, Subway, their sales were down 25% since 2012. They had closed 350 plus of their locations in 2016, an estimated 900 more a year later. So Subway's going downhill.
Yeah.
When's the last time you went to Subway?
I think I mean, it's pre-COVID, just because, I don't know. I will say, I'm not a germaphobe. None of that stuff really bothers me that much, but it does give you a little bit more awareness after COVID happened, buffets and stuff like that, people touching your food and stuff. So it was before then. And I think I had it just to go one time, or I got it DoorDashed or something, and that's about it. I've probably been 3 times in the last decade.
So what is the go-to sub place?
I mean, the correct answer is Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
We do not have one here in our city. There's one about 30 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, if you want to just, go get one and come back to wherever you're working, it's hard to do. But other than that, I mean, Firehouse is a go-to here in town.
Yeah. I feel like the quality of Subway has progressively gotten worse over the years. They went to the whole, we're going to slice the meat fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know that changed anything. I think it was the same meat. They were just slicing it.
I don't think I've been there since they've done it, so I don't know. Now and this is turning into a Subway podcast, but, they have spent so much marketing money on bringing in these athletes to revive that Eat Fresh brand, and I just think it's too little too late.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's worth it anymore.
The last thing that I have to say about Subway at this moment, well, 2 things. One, have you had any consideration, because they've brought out those foot-long churros, the foot-long cookie, the foot-long pretzel,
Auntie Anne's.
Has that got you interested to go try one?
Well, here's the deal. It got me. I was like, oh, that's a neat idea. It's not going to be good. I just don't see it being good. If I want an Auntie Anne's pretzel, I'll go to Auntie Anne's. The thing that makes Subway's cookie so good is that it's so soft and chewy.
And you don't think it's going to be that?
A foot long just can't be that in that form factor. I wouldn't think.
And it's not going to be a real deal churro.
No. I saw somebody, I think, did a taste test of those. It may have been Rhett and Link, and I don't think they were very impressed.
Yeah, that does sound right. The last thing that I was going to mention is I had a friend in the last couple of weeks that just randomly said, hey, I'm going to Subway. Our family, we're going to go eat Sunday lunch at Subway. I was like, okay, that's a weird flex. Whatever, go have Subway for lunch. Apparently, he had some coupons, so he was going to save some money. And he texted me that afternoon and was like, well, we ended up eating somewhere else. They wouldn't take the coupons, and I wasn't going to spend $40-something on Subway. I was like, hang on, how expensive is Subway now? And that's when that's when I pulled it up and looked, and I was, whoa.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And like I think you said it earlier, like it's getting to the point where going and eating fast food just makes you mad. Not only are you eating lower quality food, stuff that's not good for you, now you're paying more for it. And let's not even get me started on trying to eat healthy at a fast food place, because you can go to your favorite chicken place. I'm not going to name names, but you can go to your favorite chicken place and you can get a fried #1 combo with tenders and fries and a drink for X price. But if you try to add a side salad to it, that raises it by $2. Now, I wasn't talking about Chick-fil-A. I don't know. There's probably the same way. But I'll say it. Slim Chickens is a go-to for me. And if I want to ditch the fries and eat a healthy side dish as a salad, it's $2 for a salad. If you want to get just a salad, then it's, you're paying $10 for fried tenders and fries, or you can pay $12, $13, $14 for a salad. It's impossible to eat healthy.
The restaurant that you just mentioned, we ate there in the past couple of months. And Erica told me when she brought the receipt home, she said this was $34. What?
Yeah.
$34.
$34 for fast food.
A couple of weeks later, she brought Texas Roadhouse home. And after tax and tip and everything, I think she said it was $39. I was like, hang on a second. What are we? And she brought, we had sirloin steak. We both had side salads. We had rolls and butter. We had chicken tenders. We fed the baby with it. We had leftovers. Yeah. I had mashed potatoes, and I think she had broccoli. We had this absolutely full meal deal.
$5 more.
$5 more. I can't go. Yeah, I just can't do it.
I know we're not alone in this, but we're feeling it now really for the first time is with kids now. You're adding more food on top of that of what we would normally get. Now it's small amounts, but even kids menu prices are also going up. A kid's menu used to be just a couple of bucks because you're a grilled cheese and some apple slices. That same thing's going to be over $5-6 now. It is unbelievable. It is ridiculous. So going back to this list, we've talked about Subway. Let's go back through this list and what they have. The worst offender, according to them, is McDonald's.
Yes.
And they say they've rose by 100%. And so here are some of the menu items that have prices that have increased in the last 10 years. Some of the notable offenders. We have the McDouble,
which I have said before is one of my favorite items from McDonald's.
It's your go-to.
The McDouble and the McChicken. I think the McChicken is also on this list somewhere.
I don't see it on this right here, but I'm sure it is. The McDouble in 2014 was $1.19. That seems like an appropriate price for that. Okay.
Yep.
Because McDonald's patties are what, 3 ounces? I mean, they're just really tiny.
Yeah, I think you get a quarter pound.
Total quarter pound of meat. And that's it. Meat, ketchup, mayo, pickle. Is that it?
Mustard, ketchup, onion, and pickle.
You do get onion. That little bitty
and one slice of cheese.
Rehydrated dried onion. $1.19. Today's price, it is sitting at $3.19. It has gone up 168%. It has gone up 168%. Inflation, what's the inflation rate right now? Do we know? Because I can promise you this, it's not 168%.
No, I know based on this from 2014, actual inflation has risen 31% since 2014.
So you're talking they're outpacing inflation.
137%.
This is ridiculous. Fast food companies, please, let this be your red flag. You are going to start, if you haven't already, losing people. People aren't coming anymore. They're not going to do it.
The McChicken, it was $1.
Yeah.
I think that it is now $2.49. So it's over doubled.
That's a good chunk of change. Medium fries, $1.59 in 2014. Today, just for a thing of fries, is $3.79. 138%. That's the difference. Some of these differences are wild to me. The quarter pounder with cheese, $5.39. Today, just the sandwich is $11.99. That's gone up $6.60. Incredible.
So, okay, at McDonald's, what's your go-to order if you were just gonna go order a meal?
My usual go-to is a double quarter pounder meal, and I usually get the upsize large Diet Coke. I don't usually upsize the fries because their fries have always disappointed me. If they're good, they're good, but when they're not on, they're usually trash.
So it's like $11.
Yeah, that's nuts. Let's see, a 10-piece nugget meal. Oh, that was a meal. Sorry, not just the sandwich. That was a meal. Oh my gosh! So you could get a meal for $6 in 2014, and now it's going to cost you $12. A 10-piece nugget meal was $6, $5.99. Today it's $10.99. We talked about kids' prices. The 4-piece McNugget Happy Meal used to be $2.99. Today it sits at $4.99.
It just makes me mad.
It does. A medium drink has gone up 32 cents. That shouldn't go up hardly at all. You haven't done anything.
And I've really gotten, especially at a sit-down place now, where I rarely order a drink anymore.
Yeah.
Just because $3 or more in some cases, it just makes me mad how much.
Yeah.
Because they're making so much profit off of drinks.
So much.
And if you order something like tea, half the time you get tea and it just looks like water that they waved a tea bag in front of. Like LaCroix has more scent to it than many restaurants have tea in their tea. And I'm like, you know what? I should have just had the water.
Yeah. Let's give some other notables here. Okay, can we talk about Taco Bell now?
That's where I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to find the picture of this menu board because that's what I really want to get mad about.
Taco Bell is the one that really, we said earlier, gets our goat because that's the one we probably frequent the most.
Well, Taco Bell always felt like it was the budget option
Always.
of the fast food places.
No matter, you knew you could eat there super cheap.
Like $3, you could go get yourself 3 items for $3, less than $3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Why do I send so many pictures? Why do people...
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So we're going to look at here. Yeah, these are the combos.
And this is the screen that I was saying I feel like is somewhere between 2013 and 2016 just based on some of the menu offerings that were available.
Do you want to pull up current Taco Bell menu and we can compare?
That's what I have right here.
Because this is outrageous. This is it just makes you mad because Taco Bell was the thing you would go to when you wanted to eat. If you wanted to be full for under $5, you go to Taco Bell because you could probably back in the day. Well, I'm going to look right here and see. You could have gotten 5-6 crunchy tacos for $5. You can't do that anymore.
Okay, let's see. One of the ones I was looking at on that picture was, what's the number one combo? The
number
Burrito
one come out of
Supreme?
Burrito Supreme, 2 crunchy taco Supremes. That's important to note as well, and a drink. And their drinks back in the day used to all be larges. You remember that?
That's right.
They defaulted to the big 32-ounce cup. That used to be their default. I don't know that they do that anymore.
Okay, you got a Burrito Supreme, a Crunchy Taco Supreme, and a drink?
2 crunchy tacos, it looks like. If I'm reading that right. Burrito Supreme, it looks like 2, but that only shows a picture of 1.
Okay. It was how much?
$4.79.
At our location, it is $8.99.
Are you serious? Oh, my God. Oh, my good gosh. What about the 3 taco Supreme meal? 3 tacos Supreme with a drink.
3 tacos Supreme. Come on. It made me change my location. Hang on. Where we got? Combos. The 3 tacos Supreme is what?
$4.99.
$10.69.
Oh my God.
$10.69. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't have the right location pulled up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So hang on. Burrito Supreme was $4.79.
$4.79.
Our location is $10.29.
Okay.
It was $8.99 a second ago. If you drive 10 miles up the road, you can get it for $8.99. Yeah, if you go to Bald Knob.
I'm going to start going to Bald Knob.
And I've said this before on the podcast, the Bald Knob location, if you live in central Arkansas, if you go to the Bald Knob location, for some reason it's the best location that exists. But they
grill they grill those burritos.
I think everybody gave that option back. I guess enough of us griped online. But yeah, okay, 3 soft tacos, $10.69.
Oh my gosh. They were the same price back then. What about the...
How about the quesadillas? It got a quesadilla combo there?
I'm afraid.
Because I have ranted about quesadillas.
Yeah. They're the same price for chicken or steak. That's not the truth anymore. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This just makes me really angry because quesadilla used to be my go-to.
Okay, so a steak quesadilla.
I love a good quesadilla. They've also shrinkflated the quesadilla as well. You do not get much anymore of the good stuff in there.
There's... Oh, no, there is not much there.
Chicken or steak quesadilla and a crunchy taco and a drink back in, we're assuming is 2000-ish, 2014, somewhere in there. $5.29 for all those things.
It is $10.99 for a chicken quesadilla.
Yeah, how much is the steak?
The steak's
not-
not even on the menu.
It's usually like another 50 cents
So
or so.
how do
or
we-
$1.
I'm looking here. If I want to, all you can do, I guess, is add on. It's $1.19. So that would make it
$12.
$12.19.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. The Crunchwrap Supreme's on here for $4.69 with a taco and a drink.
$9.99 now.
And I don't think they have this anymore, but this looks like
That was
the
the-
grande meal.
I missed the grande meal because we would get that, and a few of us would
That's
share
like,
it.
what, 4 burritos and 4 tacos?
You got your mix. You could get 10 items. Bean burritos, soft tacos, or crunchy tacos. Split them up how you want. 10 items for how much?
$8.90.
They don't even offer it now.
No, of course not.
But let's see.
But here's the deal also. You also had the value menus. Value menus used to be actually valuable. Yeah. You could get 89-cent crunchy tacos, a cheese roll-up, cinnamon twists. I can't read that because this is a pixelated image. Crispy potato soft taco.
Mm-hmm.
And probably cheesy
Nachos.
99-cent soft tacos, bean burrito, something layer burrito. That's probably a beefy 5-layer burrito. Chicken burrito.
Yes.
And
It
then
was the $2 meal deals.
The $2 meal
These
deals.
were phenomenal.
These were incredible because you get a double-decker taco with Doritos
Yep.
and a drink. I mean, it just makes you angry.
Not to mention that we don't even have the double-decker taco anymore.
No.
A 12 taco party pack was for $10.
That was, as youth pastors, that was a dream. That was a dream come true. Now that's $20-something probably.
Just a crunchy taco is $1.79 now.
So it's almost $1 added to your price.
And a bean burrito, which was always one of my favorite things to get, $2.39 now.
Yeah.
That's back when they had that XXL chalupa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this wasn't that long ago.
No, because, they had the XXL chalupa, and there's that flatbread melt that they just now brought back to the Cravings value menu. This was not that long ago. It was 99 cents as a special. Now it's on the Cravings value menu.
This must have been a Pizza Hut Taco Bell combo.
Oh, it must have been.
Because I'm seeing pizza.
Now they have that flatbread melt back now on their value menu for $2.29 when it was 99 cents.
So, yeah, sorry, you're 30 minutes into just two guys just ranting about how it used to be back in the day. So I'm sorry.
And back in the day wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. It was not that long. There are pictures that are floating around there of one from like 1999 where the taco was like, what, 29 cents? Something like that. I mean, you could feed a family of 4 for $5-6. I mean, and now it's just gotten ridiculous. McDonald's has gone up 100%. Popeyes 86%. Taco Bell 81%. Chipotle 75%. I don't frequent Chipotle.
No, but the last time that Eric and I went to Chipotle, it was right at $40 for 2 of us to eat there, and I was like, no, I'm never doing this again. Never.
Jimmy John's at 62%. Arby's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, and Wendy's have all gone up 55%. Panera at 54%. Subway. This stat seems wrong that Subway is last on this list at 39%. Starbucks also going up 39%, which I remember going to Starbucks and you'd get a coffee and a sandwich for, $10, and now that's upwards of $15-16. It just doesn't make financial sense anymore because it's not like we're getting paid more. It's not like everything else has gone down.
And actually, that one that you're looking at right there has the McChicken listed at 199% increase, if what I see is true.
Yeah.
So that one's showing $2.99 from that location.
So it's just become incredible. It's almost laughable if it wasn't coming out of our pockets.
So here's a question that Finance Buzz asked, and I think this is the question that I wish we could figure out the answer to. Will fast food menu prices continue to outpace inflation rates, or is there going to come a tipping point, a breaking point, where people just sort of revolt on this and they're like, no more? I
mean, you would think there has to be, but at the same time, they're making record profits right now. So why would you stop if people are still doing that? At some point,
Why are we still doing it?
convenience. I mean, that's the only reason I consume fast food at this point right now is purely for convenience. And I wonder if they haven't somewhat almost like made it, almost gotten us addicted to it.
Oh, no doubt.
Because you obviously you crave these things. You crave a good Taco Bell. When it hits. And so,
like when I tell you, and those of you that are out there that know this know what I mean when I say the taste of Taco Bell lettuce.
yeah.
Taco Bell lettuce tastes unlike any other kind of lettuce that exists.
Right.
It just and there's something about Taco Bell after it sits in the bag for 5 minutes, the way that it tastes versus I don't know. So the month of April so far, we have done a fast food and restaurant fast. We've committed to cooking at home just in our protest of what's taking place. And to help our own pocketbook out.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I've sent you some of the pictures where we took some of our HelloFresh and Every Plate meals, and we've redone some of those. And we're so far, and we've had a lot of fun doing this, making some, and you always, the food that you make at home tastes better. Nobody is denying that. It's better for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's in what you're cooking, and it's so much cheaper. So we have recreated all of these meals so far this month, and I think the most expensive one we've made has been, well, this week we made homemade pizzas this week. I made up the pizza crusts I showed you.
Yeah.
I think homemade pizza cost us from scratch dough, sauce, all of that stuff. I think we were at like $5.18 a pizza to make these.
And all it takes is just, I mean, it does take prep. It takes time.
Yes, that's the thing. And that's why so many of us don't want to do it because of the time.
Yeah.
If you plan in advance, and what I did, because we were doing those HelloFresh, Every Plate meals from time to time, and they're very convenient. But now with Walmart Plus, I was like, I can just order the ingredients for 3 dinners this week.
Yeah.
And get it delivered to the house.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even those services have also all gone. We stopped using Every Plate, which was what we used, because it was the cheapest for a long time. You could get 6 servings, 3 meals for you and your spouse for like $39.
Yeah.
And now that has grown, it ballooned up to 60.
I was going to say, it's way up in the 50s, I think.
Yeah. So we were like, it's just not feasible anymore.
No.
And so, it takes some planning, it takes some time, but you can do all that stuff. We've noticed it because we had a good stretch there where we were doing really good. The last couple of weeks have been super busy, so we haven't done it. We've eaten out a little bit more, and we're like, good gosh, like you feel it when you've taken that time away.
You do. And the real wake-up call was when we went through our budget a couple of months ago and was like, let's look and see how much we spent in the month of March going to fast food places. And I was just shocked when we got to the number, and I was like, why are we spending that much money?
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No.
We could have had a lot of steak dinners at home for that price. Let's tighten it down. So that's what we've done. And I don't know if it's just going to take more of that from people. That's just like, we're not going to.
It's got to, right? Like, because as long as people are still willing to spend it, and they're, because I mean, I just looked it up. It's going to take too long for me to really dive into all the numbers, but I can just see right here, McDonald's, since the start of 2023, McDonald's system-wide sales has grown by nearly $20 billion since COVID hit in March of 2020. They have grown their profits by $20 billion.
So everybody talks about how their costs have gone up, and so that's why they're just passing the cost on to us.
If that was the case.
So what they have done, because obviously we know a lot of states have passed minimum wage laws where minimum wage things have gone up, so they are spending more on their employees, but what they've done is just cut back the amount of employees that they need.
Right.
They've, put in touchscreens to order with, so some of their costs have gone up, but they figured out how to game the system, and they're still making a lot of money doing it.
Shout out to another podcast that I frequent called Stuff You Should Know. They did a whole episode on greedflation, and they talked about how that because it was the perfect storm for companies and food manufacturers and all this kind of stuff that are experiencing this incredible profits while their costs to us have kept going up. And they said it was the perfect storm for them because COVID happened. And it gave them, because of the supply chain issue, it gave them an excuse to bump that price up a little bit.
Yep.
And instead of coming back down, people kept doing it, so they just stayed the same. Cost of, like you said, minimum wage gone up. Well, that gives us an excuse to bump it up a little bit more.
Raise this.
Inflation at an all-time high gives us another excuse. While all of those things have eased,
Started coming down.
they don't care.
They've left it where it's at.
They said, let's see how far we can push
Let's
this.
push it. Yeah.
And we're the ones paying for it. And so just, I guess if we stop, they stop. But how do you come back down? I mean, that's the question at the end of the day. Like, what is it that they're going to do? Because they're going to spin it somehow, right? Like the CEO of McDonald's is going to be the savior by bringing back a $5 Happy Meal. It's going to be like something stupid that we're going to be so excited to see a Big Mac meal instead of costing $12. It's going to cost $9.99, and we're going to be like, oh yeah, the price has gone down when they're still making.
They're still making absolutely.
It's maddening. Do we want to? I don't know how to end this without a bracket. Do we want a bracket? Do we just want to land the plane here? You got any more to rant about?
Well, I remember I was going to say, because I mentioned making pizza at home.
Yeah.
And I said to Erica a couple of nights ago when I figured out how much those pizzas were, I was like, well, it cost us $5.20 to make. I said, we still could have gone to Little Caesars and bought a $5 hot and ready. She was like, no. She said the $5 hot and ready doesn't. What?
It doesn't
exist. So I looked
anymore.
it up. Is $7?
Yeah, it's now just classic pepperoni, and it's like $7.
And if you wanted the extra most bestest, it was another $1, I think.
Yeah.
$8 for a Little Caesars pizza. When Little Caesars is getting this expensive, we have a problem.
We do have a problem.
That was like the symbol of cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, our heroes, Taco Bell and Little Caesars, have fallen. There's no heroes anymore.
Somebody could be a hero.
That's absolutely true. I mean, we need to look and find out who are the cheapest.
Well, according to that, it was Subway, but I don't believe it.
I don't trust
Subway's not the hero.
No.
Subway's a villain.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of these, like, there are some that feel worse than others, even though their numbers may not back it up, like because the value you're getting. Chick-fil-A has obviously gone up as well. Chick-fil-A
they're like 55%.
It's pricey, but I don't feel like their value has slipped. I don't feel like their quality, their portions have slipped.
Like Arby's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, and Wendy's were all sitting at 55%. So they're well below McDonald's.
I'll tell you this, Jimmy John's right there sitting at 62%. There's no way. Jimmy John's is one of the worst sandwich spots.
Yeah.
And so to hear that they've gone up that much, that's a terrible valuation.
I don't know how Jimmy John's really stays in business. I have a couple friends that are like super dedicated Jimmy John fans.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I tried it several times and I was just like, it's not.
It's hard bread.
It wasn't worth it.
The bread to filling ratio is so off. We need to do a whole sandwich spot episode at some point. I mean, Jersey Mike's going to win going away, but Which was always a favorite sandwich.
See, I never had
for me.
Which.
Oh, it was so good. Mainly because, and it's probably not true today. I don't know if they're still even around anywhere, but they're the toppings that you would get for free. You know, Subway had your standard. Which would, for free, your add-ons would be like crispy peppers and hummus and just really a roasted red pepper chutney. You know, just really good stuff to put on there. But I don't know if they exist anymore.
You were always a Quiznos fan, I think.
I do like Quiznos, yeah.
So I remember we would hit that occasionally.
Quiznos had some really, again, because I've just listened to you remember the little sponge monkeys?
I forgot about them. Yes. Quiznos.
They had like a torpedo. It was like they had some different types of sandwiches that were really good also.
Let's see. I'm just curious to know. Okay, they still exist in Denver.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, I think that's where they're originally from.
Are they a Denver place?
I'm pretty sure.
Really? I just want to know how much your stuff is.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when they start It's like car dealerships. You know, when they don't put the price on the car at the dealership. You know,
$11.55 for a 12-inch classic Italian.
Man, so they're feeling it too.
They're up there. Yeah, man.
So here, let's shine a little good news. Can we do that?
Yeah.
I have not read this yet, so it may not be good news. But
is it from this year? You're not going to read something that gets us excited and be like, wait a second.
2001.
It was.
This is from 2024. Okay. This is January of 24. This is the 42 cheapest fast food items to buy this January. Hopefully it hasn't changed that much in a couple of months. Sides, Domino's has melty 3-cheese loaded tots for $6.99.
Tots for $7 is a deal?
Apparently. Papa John's has garlic knots for $7.
Who's getting tots from Domino's?
For $7.
I want some pizza and tots.
You can get fries at Pizza Hut for $3.50.
Why? Why are the pizza places doing the potato thing?
Which is always just made me laugh that you go to a pizza place, you know, that's got nothing but carbs on it, and then they're like,
"You want some more carbs?
What side do we get? Breadsticks?
You want to add some carbs?
What dessert do you want? Cinnamon breadsticks?" You can get irregular fries at Dairy Queen for $2.99. That's
doesn't sound cheap.
You can get small fries at Hardee's for $2.59. Chick-fil-A coming in with the cheaper fries at $2.19. For $2, okay, this actually seems like a decent deal.
Okay,
Panda Express. I know you're not a big Asian guy,
no, but I like some PE.
You are definitely not a big Asian guy.
I'm not a big Asian guy. For those listening,
you can get a
classic white guy
of chicken egg roll, veggie spring roll, or cream cheese ragoons for $2.
I'd eat that.
That's not bad. Arby's curly fries are $1.99. So far, Arby's is the best fry price. You can get a bag of Jimmy chips at Jimmy John's for $2.
No,
I'm not paying $2.
I ain't going to Jimmy John's for a bag of chips for $2.
Which are the same, kettle brand chips that they just repackaged. The small fries at McDonald's are $1.99. Which McDonald's small fries, you got like 4 of them in there.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
Go on Friday and get
free fries
on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a deal on fast food, use apps. Like you can work the apps a little bit, but
even the app deals have gotten more difficult.
Sonic has a soft pretzel twist for $2. They are good. And
Sonic or the pretzel?
The Sonic pretzel.
Okay.
Sonic in general, we've made our feelings known about. Wendy's small fry for $2. Chipotle chips for $1.85. Chips at Jersey Mike's for $1. So a lot of these are just.
I don't want chips.
We want real food. You get a thing of black beans at Taco Bell for $1.59.
See, I'm not feeling good about deals at fast food.
This is not working out for us. You can get 4 tots for $1.49. Jack in the Box. Okay,
come on.
Okay. You get white rice at Jack in the Box for $1.30.
Wait. Is that the same place that sells tacos?
Yes, and burgers and
why have they got rice?
Everything. I don't know. Jack in the Box, literally, they throw everything on their menu.
Let me tell you, I was in Heber Springs, Arkansas today. Shout out to all of you folks from Heber Springs. I was driving through the old part of town and I saw Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Plastered on the side of the building is a big banner that says Chinese lunch special, $6.99.
I know about that place.
I was like, wait a second, is this is that legit?
Yeah, so apparently they introduced some Chinese.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think they've gone one way or the other now, but they haven't taken the sign down. But at one point, yeah, they had both. That's true. That's a true story. That's how I understand it. I've never been, but that's how I understood it. A biscuit, a single biscuit at Popeyes will run you $1.29. Kentucky Fried Chicken had cheaper biscuits.
They taste cheaper. They're bad.
Oh, Panera with the cheaper chips at 89 cents. That's the first.
You were on sides.
Is it? Oh, it was all sides. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Okay.
I'm sure these will be more expensive though. Papa John's traditional 6-piece wings for $7.99.
Why are wings so expensive?
I don't know.
I mean, wings should not be the price that they are.
And again, it makes me so mad because that's something that you try to eat a little bit healthier and at a pizza place.
I saw one of our local barbecue places in the last couple of days. We're asking on Facebook, are you going to bring such and such kind of wing back? And he said, well, we're struggling. Wing prices are so high. If I bring them back, I'm going to have to charge $2 a wing for them.
You remember 50-cent wings? Remember quarter wings?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get back to 25-cent wings.
Domino's, you can get sandwiches for $7. That's not terrible. It's better than Subway. If you want a sandwich, go to a pizza place. You can get a big box. What is the big box?
It's a cardboard box. Filling for your box is an extra $7. You get the box for $6.99.
You get a big box at Popeyes for $7. I don't know what comes in it, but you can get it.
It's big.
Jersey Mike's a mini sub for $6.65. Subway, here you go. Here's the cheap thing at Subway: the veggie 6-inch delight for $6.29. Still more expensive than the $5 footlong was.
I ain't falling for no veggie sub.
At Panda, you can get numerous small items for $5.20.
I'd like the numerous small item deal. How many of the numerous small items can I get?
Personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut. That's a lot of peas. For $5. Chick-fil-A, you can get just the filet for $4.84.
That's a deal?
Apparently that's a deal. Jimmy John's, you can get Little John. That sounds wrong. For $4.49. You can get a single taco at Chipotle for $3.30. Oh, it's a veggie taco.
Nope. Nope.
KFC, a chicken little sandwich for $2.99.
I remember those being like 99 cents.
Yeah. Tender wrap for $2.89. So, I mean, you just go down the list here. There's really not a McChicken sandwich was $2.09. But again, context says that this, used to be $1. You can also get nuggets, 4-piece nuggets for $2. So yeah, what have we learned? We've learned fast food just all around. Even the deals. The
Burger
deals
King.
make you sad.
I'm going to save you guys some heartache here. The chicken nuggets are $1.59 apparently at Burger King.
For a 4-count.
For a 4-count. Just avoid them. We did a blind taste testing of these, and I ranked them equal with the Impossible Nuggets.
That's true.
They were bad.
Just we got to do another taste test soon.
Avoid the Burger King nuggets. Taco Bell's number 1. All right, come on, Taco. Nope.
The cheesy roll-up for $1. You can make that at home. Sorry.
For like 10 cents.
You've got tortillas at home. You've got cheese at home. You can do the same thing at home. Oh, man. So there is no value.
There's no good news.
There's just no good news. I thought there was some good news. There's just no good news.
There's no good news left.
There's none.
Man.
You got anything else? I thought we were going to end on a happy note, and it just made me more depressed.
It's depressing.
Even like we got bottled waters here. Like even bottled waters anywhere is expensive now. But I mean, at least at a grocery store, you can still get.
Well, let's end on another depressing note here. You go to the gas station. You remember getting a 20-ounce soda out of a cooler for, I don't know, 79 cents or something? If you looked at how much snacks and drinks are in gas stations.
Oh yeah,
that's
also gone up.
I wandered around one recently, just sort of perusing their offerings. Thought I'd go shopping, and left with nothing. And
here you go. I can end this on a good note. How about that? I can do this. I mean, not that we can ever eat this, but
there's. For the lucky person,
for the people that are there, the masters committed that they're not going to keep rise. They're not going to rise their rise. They're not going to raise their prices. The masters kept their food prices on their concession pretty low
because the people that can afford to go to the masters,
they're hurting.
They need to make sure that egg salad sandwich doesn't get any more expensive.
They need to really make sure they spend all that money to go to the masters. They got to pinch their pennies. But you get an egg salad for $1.50 there. pimento cheese for $1.50, the club sandwich for $3, chicken salad on honey wheat $3, ham and cheese on rye $3, classic chicken $3. If they can do it, why can't
They were advertising this year that you could order stuff from their website and get sent to your house.
Oh, really?
You could order the pimento cheese and because they were advertising eat like you're at the Masters.
Interesting. I would do that. I need to look into that. I bet you
Why
can't
would you order from them though? Just make your own
That's
pimento
true.
cheese.
But just to say you've had the same thing that they had.
it's probably not the same.
It's probably.
They've repackaged something else and said it's not the same.
They're just getting it from Walmart.
Yeah, they are. I just had another thought. What was it? It was a good thought because I thought we will end this on a happy note.
I mean, the Costco, is it?
That's what it was.
Is that what it is?
I was going to go to Costco and Sam's Club.
Yeah.
They are dueling with each other to make sure that their hot dog combo does not go up. And I was recently at Sam's Club with my dad, and he was starving. It was in the middle of the afternoon. He'd had a doctor's appointment, hadn't been able to eat, and he was like, "We need something for lunch." I was like, "We're at Sam's. Let's get that hot dog combo."
Yeah.
It's like $1.40 or something.
Yeah.
For a hot dog. And man, it's those big, fat,
It's the big
juicy.
ones. The pizza slices are the same way. They're also very
Yes.
cheap.
So
My go-to, man, back in the day when I worked in Little Rock, that would be lunch, man. You get a pizza slice, which is really two pizza slices.
they're big.
And a hot dog and a drink for like $3, $4. I mean, you couldn't beat that deal.
No.
And they're staying consistent. They've probably raised some things, but they're going to keep that hot dog combo down.
Everything that I see on the menu there beats any other kind of fast food. So
America, let's do that.
let's all go to Sam's and Costco.
Yeah, let's that can be our stand. That's the thing that we can do. We can go do that. We can go support those.
And Sam's and Walmart and Costco, they'll be welcoming people in to do that.
Oh yeah. Listen, you're like, hey, I don't have a membership. You can get that day pass thing, that guest pass. Go eat you some good food. But I was gonna bring us back down again, but I'm not gonna do it.
No, let's
We're gonna end
let's
on
go.
high.
And let's see. I think it ends this week at Sam's Club. They've got some sort of tuxedo cake sundae that goes through the end of April for like $1.25. So it's awesome.
That's why I'll never be a skinny man.
I haven't had it, but it looked good. I saw it on the menu board in there.
I mean,
it's like,
it's gonna be what? It's gonna be ice cream, chocolate.
it's got their tuxedo cake in it.
It's not gonna be bad.
It's
gonna be good. I can promise.
It
you
is. It is.
that. Okay. Well, that's a good note to end on, right?
Yeah.
No bracket, nothing like that today. Let us know what you guys think. Do you like hearing us rant? Do you feel the energy? Do you agree with us? Do you want to hear more of these worst things? Let us know by leaving a review. We haven't asked for a review in a long time. We're coming in at under an hour here, so we better ask for it
We
now.
should get rewarded.
We should. This is like a big deal. That maybe people are like, y'all should scrap the bracket always if it's gonna be
do
under an hour.
this. Just do this.
We've had stuff printed that has best things. We're gonna have to change it all to worst things now because people just may want to hear us rant the whole time.
I haven't even looked around the room recently. Hang on a second. There's new new stuff on the wall here.
Okay, if you remember, we added the TV screen right here. Yeah, that was an old TV that just ended up dying.
The Super Mario Kart, let's see.
By the way, if you're listening on audio, go check out the YouTube if I can remember to update it.
This is also a good note to end on. The Delta Game Emulator.
Yes.
I have been having some fun with that.
Yeah.
Seeing that made me think of it. What is there another one over here? Oh, we got Monopoly. Can you see Monopoly back there? There's a free, you can kind of see it in the corner. Free parking. Oh, wrong way.
It always trips him up. Yeah, what's your game? Is it Mario Kart on that emulator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been Mario Kart 64 and is it Super Mario World 64?
I haven't done 64. But I never had a 64, so my nostalgia comes from the SNES.
Neither did I.
So I've been playing Super Mario World on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, okay, so I like Super Mario. Is it Brothers? Is that the first one?
That was the first one, yeah.
NES.
Yeah, then they had Super Mario World.
Was that Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had Yoshi and
Yes.
the hey, I hear my kid.
I just heard Yoshi. Like I said, Yoshi.
My kid's home.
Mario Kart 64 though is a lot better than Super Mario Kart.
We were thinking.
Yeah,
I have not played
after
it.
playing them both, they are.
Yeah, I'm having to get more into that. The only problem is I can't get the PlayStation games to work because I guess they use a ROM and it's different. I haven't been able to get
They're
into
bringing
PlayStation.
out an emulator for all the PlayStation, GameCube, all of that. That's supposed to be coming sometime later this
Good,
year.
Good.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, because there's some PlayStation games I really want to play that I really missed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got nothing else. You got nothing else?
I got nothing. Well,
All right. Ever. we never really have anything. Yeah. You guys listen anyway, so thank you for that. All right. For the worst things, I'm Craig.
I'm Aaron.
We'll talk at you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Best Things Podcast. If you liked today's episode, subscribe and leave us a review wherever you're listening now. And remember, connect with us on the socials at Best Things Pod, and you may hear your take on an upcoming episode.